The 2025 Academy of Country Music Awards turned out to be not just a celebration of the genre's finest talents, but also a coronation for one of its brightest modern stars. Lainey Wilson, the Louisiana-born powerhouse whose voice blends tradition with fierce authenticity, once again ruled the evening with a presence that left no doubt about her growing dominance in the country music world. With multiple wins, a show-stopping performance, and overwhelming fan support, Wilson carved her name deeper into the legacy of the ACMs. But it wasn't just a night for today's stars. The show also paid heartfelt tribute to one of the genre's most enduring legends, Alan Jackson, whose influence continues to echo across generations. As fans across the nation watched the glittering ceremony unfold, they witnessed a unique intersection of past and present, a seamless blend of old-school reverence and new-age triumph. Held at the iconic Ford Center in Frisco, Texas, the 60th annual ACM Awards drew a record-breaking crowd. The buzz leading up to the ceremony had centered around the powerhouse nominees, the highly anticipated performances, and speculation over whether Lainey Wilson could repeat her dominance from the previous year. She did far more than that. Arriving on the red carpet in a stunning fringe-accented black jumpsuit and her signature wide-brimmed hat, Wilson radiated confidence. When asked about the weight of expectations, she smiled humbly and said, "I just make music from the heart. If people feel it, that's the biggest win." That sincerity would carry through the night as she collected award after award with grace and grit. Wilson won 5 major categories, including the coveted Entertainer of the Year, Female Artist of the Year, Album of the Year for Whirlwind, Song of the Year for Backroad Revival, and Music Event of the Year for her duet with Chris Stapleton, Southern Tides. Each acceptance speech was a testament to her grounded nature, filled with heartfelt thanks to her fans, collaborators, and late father, whom she credited as her first musical inspiration. "He told me to sing like nobody's watching, and to tell the truth in every word. That's what I've tried to do since day one," she told the crowd, her voice cracking with emotion. Her performance, one of the night's most anticipated moments, was nothing short of electrifying. Backed by a full band, she delivered a fiery rendition of Backroad Revival, blending bluesy guitar riffs with a swampy, soul-soaked beat that had the audience on their feet. Lights pulsed in gold and crimson as she worked the stage like a seasoned rock star, her voice soaring over the venue. Critics were quick to call it one of the most commanding ACM performances in recent memory, and social media lit up with praise. Her ability to bridge traditional country storytelling with a modern edge once again proved why she's become the face of the genre's newest evolution. But while Wilson's star continued to rise, the ceremony carved out a deeply reverent space to honor one of the genre's foundational figures. Alan Jackson, who announced his retirement from touring due to health challenges related to Charcot-Marie-Tooth disease, was honored with the ACM Icon Award for his lifetime contribution to country music. The segment began with a poignant video montage chronicling his career, his early days in Georgia, his breakthrough in the late 80s, and the decades of chart-topping hits that followed. Images of Jackson performing classics like Chattahoochee, Remember When, and Drive flashed across the screen, interspersed with tributes from younger artists he inspired. Lainey Wilson, Luke Bryan, Casey Musgraves, and Morgan Wallen each appeared in pre-recorded clips sharing how Jackson shaped their musical journeys. Bryan recalled sneaking into a bar to see Jackson perform when he was 18. Musgraves spoke about how Livin' on Love was the first song she learned on guitar. Wallen, often seen as a bridge between traditional and pop country styles, admitted that Jackson's storytelling formed the foundation of his songwriting. The moment culminated in a tribute performance that had even the rowdiest of fans silent in awe. Chris Stapleton took the stage first with a soul-stirring acoustic version of Midnight in Montgomery. His gravelly vocals brought a haunting sincerity to the song. Then came a surprise duet. Casey Musgraves and Lainey Wilson together sang Remember When, with harmonies that left the audience visibly emotional. Finally, the legend himself appeared on stage, supported gently as he walked, and thanked the crowd with characteristic humility. "I've been blessed beyond words," Jackson said, holding back tears. "Y'all gave me a life I never could have dreamed of." It was a moment that transcended award show theatrics, raw, sincere, and unforgettable. As the night unfolded, other performers delivered memorable moments as well. Luke Combs tore through a gritty version of his hit, Hurricane Highway, and Jelly Roll's emotionally raw performance of Save Me with guest vocals from Miranda Lambert had the crowd stunned into silence before erupting into thunderous applause. Morgan Wallen, still riding the success of his latest double album, debuted a new track titled Tin Roof Prayer, a more stripped-back, mature offering that some critics called his most compelling work to date. The show's hosts, Reba McEntire and Dierks Bentley, balanced humor and heart throughout the evening, with gentle barbs and warm tributes that kept the tone celebratory yet respectful. Elsewhere in the winner's circle, Zach Bryan won Male Artist of the Year and dedicated the award to every songwriter who ever thought their voice didn't matter. Kelsey Ballerini picked up Video of the Year for Mountains We Climb, a cinematic visual journey that chronicled her battle with anxiety and self-doubt. Dan plus Shay returned to the top with Duo of the Year, while Brothers Osborne were honored with Group of the Year. In a surprise twist, emerging artist Dylan Marlowe won New Male Artist of the Year, delivering a passionate speech that ended with, "Country's not just a sound, it's a lifeline." Yet despite all the other moments, the night remained deeply defined by Lainey Wilson's command. Her rise has been nothing short of meteoric, but it hasn't come without grit and hard work. From playing tiny honky-tonks to struggling through years of industry indifference, Wilson's journey resonates because it's marked by resilience. Even her fashion, part cowgirl, part rock star, mirrors her musical style, a seamless collision of old and new. Her win for Album of the Year was especially significant, as Whirlwind has been widely regarded as a masterclass in contemporary country songwriting. With themes ranging from heartbreak to redemption, backroads to bold self-reflection, the album has connected with fans across all demographics. Industry insiders are already comparing her career trajectory to some of the genre's all-time greats. With back-to-back dominant performances at the ACMs, a platinum-selling album, and the respect of peers and legends alike, Wilson appears poised to define country music's next era. As one critic wrote, "She's not just having a moment, she is the moment." Her approach, deeply rooted in storytelling and authenticity, seems to represent a hunger among audiences for country music that feels both familiar and fresh. And in an industry often marked by fleeting success, her staying power feels undeniable. The emotional weight of the night wasn't lost on the audience. From Lainey Wilson's tearful thanks to Alan Jackson's quiet dignity, the 2025 ACM Awards managed to blend glitz with gravitas. Country music at its best has always been about stories, about capturing heartbreak, hope, heritage, and humanity in 3-minute songs. This year's ceremony didn't just reflect the genre's present or celebrate its past, it offered a hopeful vision of its future, led by a new generation that understands the importance of honoring its roots while daring to evolve. As the lights dimmed and the final notes rang out, one thing was crystal clear. Country music is in very good hands. The torch has been passed not just in spirit, but in sound and purpose. And as Lainey Wilson stood at center stage, 5 awards in her hands and tears in her eyes, the audience saw more than a victor. They saw a leader, a force, and the heart of a genre that continues to move the world, one song at a time.